the same thing over and over again about Vegas.
Fine.
No, stop. Don't walk away from me. Please do not walk away from me. Please do not walk away from me. I'm telling you, I didn't want to hear any more about Vegas tonight. So I went outside, and you came inside, and it's like, and then when I wanted to leave, I was a jerk for wanting to leave. As soon as you were done talking about Vegas, I wanted to hang out with you. Is that it? Because I didn't feel like hearing about Vegas for 3 hours tonight, 2 hours.
Brandon, I am Vegas. Do you understand that? That's half of who I am. I do love Las Vegas. I do love everything about it. If I didn't, I wouldn't be who I was.
I got that. But you saw that it was, obviously, I really didn't want to hear too much more about it tonight. And I went outside. And you came outside and you continued. I felt like, I don't know. You saw what was bothering me and then I wanted to go inside. And it's like, I understand that you love Vegas. I got it. I know that. I wasn't trying to make you feel bad for loving Vegas or trying to talk about how great Vegas is. But I hearing you talk about how much you love Vegas makes me think that you're never going to move to LA and you're never going to leave Vegas. And it's hard for me because obviously I fell in love with you and I want to be with you. And I got offered an opportunity that's something that I have always dreamed about doing, something that is exactly what I feel like I was meant to do, like I was put on this earth to do.
Then, Brennan, why would you think that I would ever ask you to not do that?
Because I can't move to Vegas.
I didn't ask you to move to Vegas.
I know, but when
and I even said I would move to LA to be with you, Brennan, and I love Las Vegas. Like, I am part of Vegas. Like, I moved to Vegas when I was 22 because it's part of me. And I said I would give it up for you. That's a really big deal. Do you understand how big of a deal it would be for me to leave my job, to leave what I've known, my friends, everything I've built for myself since I've been 22, to come to LA and leave it just so I could be with you? You don't get it. I already said I would do it, Brendan. It wasn't even a question. Because I want to be with you. And then you just disregard how I feel and disregard because I'm plugging Vegas or whatever. Yeah, I do love Las Vegas. I'm sorry. That is part of my soul. That's part of who I am.
I got it, Rachel. I got it.
No, you don't.
I do. I'm sorry, but I did not enjoy listening to you say the same thing over and over again for an hour.
I'm sorry I annoyed you.
No, it's okay. I just did not enjoy hearing the same thing. You repeating yourself. And Reagan thought it was funny and was enjoying it. But I was in there for a full half hour before that, and I just... Don't. I'm allowed to not like everything.
No, you're not. Not when that's something I love. It's always going to be a part of me.
I got that, but I'm sorry, I felt like you were just trying to sell your work, everything you... Like, you came
Brandon,
on
that's who I am.
Commercial. No, I know, but Rachel, when you sound like a commercial on repeat for like 2 hours.
Fine, then go.
No, I'm just saying.
Then please leave me alone.
Seriously.
Then please go and do what you have to do in this game. Do what you have to do in your life. And
no,
please, Brennan,
I'm sorry. You were talking about it. I wasn't trying to upset you. I really was overhearing it. And that's why I went outside. I wasn't trying to upset you. I wasn't trying to... You could continue talking about it. I know you enjoy Vegas, but I heard exactly what you're saying. You were saying the same thing over and over again.
Brennan, You've lived in the same place for your whole entire life. You've never experienced being somewhere where you can just be yourself, I don't feel like.
I haven't lived in the same city in my whole life.
Whatever, California.
Okay.
Like, I moved 3,000 miles across the country to move to Las Vegas, and I worked so hard to make friends and to build a life for myself and to, yes, make it somewhere where I can call my home.
I know, but...
But you don't understand, Brendan. I've gone through so many things that, no, you don't understand. Things I haven't even told you. Like, I'm a strong woman, and I have worked hard to establish my personality, myself. I know what I like, I know what I don't. And for me to even say that I would move to LA to be closer to you is a really big deal, Brennan. That means I have to take my dog, I have to take my life and move it from somewhere I really love.
And you know what? If
and
you,
somewhere I call home. I love Vegas. I call it my home because...
I'm not asking you to move tomorrow. I'm not asking you to move as soon as we get out of here. Obviously, I know that stuff's all going to take time. And I never said that I wasn't willing to, like, give you time. And I mean...
And I couldn't even come live with you with my dog with your graduate housing. Like, me and my dog can't live with you in your graduate housing because they don't allow pets.
I know, but there's a way.
No, I already know that. We'd have to get our own place.
Well, I'm sure we figure something out. Like, if you want something bad enough, it's not impossible.
No, it's not impossible, Brendan, but that's a really big commitment.
Well, that stuff hasn't even happened yet. So let's just focus on the moment.
Yeah, in the moment, you're just... All you're doing is degrading and belittling where...
I'm not degrading. I'm sorry. I was sitting there. I'm sorry. Maybe you didn't realize it because you had drank a little wine, but you were saying the same thing.
All right, I'm sorry.
No, Rachel, you were saying the same thing for like you were saying the same thing, literally the same thing for an hour straight, over and over.
I'm sorry, Brennan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I am who I am.
Rachel, don't you walk out of there. You're sacrificing our game right now. Go ahead.
Our game, Brendan? Sacrificing our game.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're the one that told me you want people to see us fighting, us arguing, and it shows weakness in our game. So, if you want to talk about this, if you want to be adults about this, stay here. We can talk about it. But as soon as you go out there, everybody knows that we're arguing, we're fighting.
All you ever do is argue with me, Brennan. I told you the other day how sick and tired I was of it. I'm not doing anything wrong here. I'm sorry. I am who I am. I don't try to pretend to be something I'm not, Brennan. I've told you everything I am. And yeah, Vegas is a huge part of me.
Everybody can probably hear you right now. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
God. Because, wait, no one's in the kitchen? And no one's in the HOH hall. So who can hear anything I say?
I'm not trying to upset you. I'm not trying I'm sorry. I didn't want to hear about Vegas for 3 hours.
Then maybe you should date someone that goes to UCLA.
Why do you have to do that? You were talking about it. I sat there for like 45 minutes listening to you talk about Vegas. And I'm sorry. It's like you were saying the same thing over and over again.
Well, I'm sorry. That's part of who I am, Brendan.
Saying the same thing over and over again? I'm not trying to fight with you. I'm not trying to argue with you.
Really? I'm not going to change who I am, Brendan.
I'm not asking you to change who you are, Rachel. I'm not asking you to change who you are. But if you see something bothers me, if you see that like I'm...
Me talking about Las Vegas, where I live and where I'm from, and part of who I am bothers you?
I don't mind you talking about who you are and what you're about and about your home and about your life. But when you sound like all you're trying to do is just plug every company that you work for or every business that you work for in Vegas.
Whatever, Brendan.
Rachel. Well, it's hard because to me you're much more than that. You're not just Vegas. I got it. I understand it's a part of you.
Obviously, I'm not just Vegas, or I wouldn't be here, Brendan.
I know.